Hello, everyone. Good time zone. If you hear a little bell, Winston is playing with his new uh, toy. How are we doing? Ah, I'm here, and it seems that we have still not. I didn't have an answer this morning. I am still waiting on an answer from Twitch on this situation, the flipped mirrored camera. I didn't have an answer this morning. I don't know. I don't know. Apparently, it's a very interesting bug that I have found. So, Jorna, I hope that explains it because I don't know. But this is the easiest way to explain it because after the first email I sent them about the mirror thing, they said, "Have you tried switching your Wi-Fi? And is your phone on a custom time and date because that could influence your camera in the app because it's only in this app, and it's not." It's not. It's just for you. I don't know. I really don't know. It's a mystery. There's literally nothing I can do about it. So I'm so sorry if this is confusing to you. I promise you, it's just as confusing for me. Um, and I wish I could do something about it, but I can't. Hello, hi, Lesbound. Wait, you wrote that bit on the YouTube video, didn't you? Did I understand correctly that you ended with your username from Twitch? I loved it. If that was you, well, I loved it anyway. But hi, Coda, and hi, Jorna, and hi, Lesbound. Oh, 5 stream streak. Yes, let's go. Hi, Erin. Oh, I have not. I have not responded. I have a little bit of pain. I'm a bit slow, but I've made up my mind on one thing. I need your help for another. But I'm going to work on the Hermit road trip today. Which means a little bit of research and hopefully also a little bit of reading. And I'm going to see if I can incorporate it in the video. But I don't know yet. We'll see. Hi, Gramadio. How is everyone today? Yes, I try. I second that. Hope you're all as well as possible. I really, thank you so much. Yes, I need it. I'm on painkillers. I need extra water. I do. I love it. I love it. I copied it and I saved it. I'm gonna try to use it in a sentence so it can, get into my brain. Aw, I hope you have a lovely, restful, and peaceful sleep. That your pillow is always cool, and your blankets are extra cozy. Thank you so much for dropping by. Go down. I do need your help later, though. I have a tea right now, but I've had a lot of tea already. And I came across this fun little thing yesterday, which is syrup for in your coffee. And I would show you, but it's mirror, so I'll just tell you what it is. It's vanilla, hazelnut, and amaretto. Amaretto. I'm just going to say it in Dutch. And I don't know which to choose. What should I choose for my coffee when we go into a sprint? 10 stream streak. Yes, a Deca stream? Mirrored edition. Dang it. The thing is, it's also that I'm silly. I could just upload it like the way it is on YouTube and just pin a comment until it's done because it's been a few weeks now, right? But no, I'm stupid. So I have been mirroring the VODs in a program and then exporting it and then uploading it, and that takes so long. It's just stupid, and that is the most frustrating part, aside from in stream. It seems to me the Twitch app must not like your phone's native camera encoding, especially for the selfie camera. A lot of OSs on phone have additional processing done to flip the selfie screen that you see, but not the way it shoots. So it's definitely something Twitch will need to resolve unless you find a way to tell your phone to stop processing your selfie camera. Yeah, no, it's okay. I tried everything. And it's only in the Twitch app. If there's an option that you can mirror your camera like in the phone itself, but that doesn't change anything. I have my phone I deleted everything from my phone. I'm sorry, I'm a painkiller. I'm having a little bit of trouble. I have to warm up with speech, vocal speech. Um, it's basically a brand new phone. There's nothing, no storage, no apps, nothing. And then I told them that, and I showed them proof of everything's up to date and stuff. And their response after they realized that asking me to change my Wi-Fi was really stupid, they escalated it and they're looking into it. But it seems like it's a very complicated problem because I have not found anyone else talking about this for one, and they escalated it. I don't know, to the internal team or something. I don't recall exactly what they said. Um, I wanted to say something else, but it's gone. If you were, yeah, yeah, exactly. But I don't have the tech, and also, this is proof that I'm cursed. All right, and when I was still using a setup with all the whistles and bells and stuff, there was always something going wrong, and it was so stressful. Um, and this is also not exactly relaxing, but at least I know it's not my fault. All right, it's not my fault. I just have to be patient and hope they have a solution. And otherwise, I feel like why not just give us the option to do that in general? Because there's people who want to do that on purpose, flip the camera, right? I don't, but we'll see. We'll see. All three. Who said that? Actually, all three. Vanilla, hazelnut, and I mean, hindsight's try. It does kind of fit your name to suggest all three. I love the note, the post. Yeah, actually, that isn't as hard as you might think it is. You just have to flip your brain. Um, because otherwise people keep asking. I mean, and you're asking as well, but at least now I have a stand jumping off point where it's easier to understand. Oh, thank you, Jorna. I know. It's just this. This is what is annoying that now my analog timer that I am so much in love with is kind of useless because it's confusing to use it now. Which doesn't Twitch is misreading your input. You just you have to fix it based on what your model phone you have. It's stupid of them. Yeah, yeah. I gave them everything. I gave them everything. Well, I redacted like actual specific information, but I gave them all the information. And it's been a week. Well, no, not exactly. It's been 5 days since I last sent them a message, and I waited through two updates from both phone and Twitch, and nothing has helped. So now it's just a waiting game. It's just a waiting game. It should be just a button. How hard can it be to put in some simple options in the in mobile Twitch app for streaming? Yeah, exactly. It's really silly actually when you think about it that people who want to use the app to stream, which I'm assuming they want. Oh no, Tiger is there. Oh no, I can't go out again. Neighborhood kitty that wants to move in here is being sad. Um, it's really silly that we don't really have any options at all to adjust the settings when you're streaming, aside from using front or back camera or mute. That's really all I can do over there, which is really silly. So maybe that's why it's taking so long. Wouldn't that be wonderful if this silly incident is causing them to refurbish the entire app and giving us the option to also adjust like a sound, because I can't use a different microphone because I can't adjust the sound and the microphone is way too loud, it's way too sensitive. So it was really overpowering. So maybe that's what they're doing. Let's hope. Let's hope that they're just going to give us a really good fix. But I'm not holding my breath. I can't have one because our son gets anxious. He stares at it at an analog clock. Why do you think that is? That is fascinating, Jorna. they'll be using the Twitch app to stream. Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's other apps as well, like Stream Elements, but that one was I tried it and it was really uh, it was a mess, and that stressed me out. I feel like it was really messy, and that's not gonna work for me. I'm already a mess in my brain, so I don't need that. I don't know if combining those three bottles is the ultimate taste bud experience. Oh no, I'm upset because Tiger, he really doesn't like his home. His house has like two other dogs, and he just wants attention. He really wants to move into my house, and I feel like I should put some water out or something, because I'm also pretty sure that he gets thrown out of the house. Oh, he's leaving already. During the day, and that he just has to fence for himself all day, and he sits in front of my house a few days a week. It's really stressful. I would adopt him if I could, but he's not mine. Ultimate taste bud explosion until you've tried it. I mean, there must be a reason they're selling these in one packaging, right? Well, there were two options. The other one had like toffee and coffee and something else. I didn't even read what's on it. I just got it. They recommend one. Maybe I'm not that adventurous today. Oh, I'm so sorry, Tiger. I already went to cuddle him and I gave him snacks, but the fact that he came back so quick is sad. I think he's sad. As far as I understand, there's at least two dogs and another cat inside that house, but he's the only one that wants to be outside. Um, and when I open the door and I don't know that this cat is sitting in front of it, he tries to run inside, like actually run inside. But I'm pretty sure that he doesn't want to be friends with my cats. I'm pretty sure that he just wants me. So that's not going to end well. So sad. Poor kitty. He just wants love. Oh. Um, it would contribute for sure. Only the vocal I heard. A boy is 6 and he struggles with anxiety, and he watches the clock till like it's going to explode or he'll miss the deadline. Oh, that must be very, very difficult, because it's not like there's no analog clocks in the world. Huh. I've never heard of that. That's interesting. If you don't mind me saying that word, because I understand that it's not fun. You could have an analog clock that was a built-in timer. Oh no! Don't do that. Don't do that. No. I hope it gets better. I hope at some point you figure out what it is, the underlying thing that makes it um, anxiety-inducing to have a clock. That's interesting. That maybe it was just kids these days have no idea what an analog clock is, and they think, which this is also true. Hi, Millie. This is also true. I've heard a lot of people say that they don't that the next generations are unfamiliar, if not completely unable to read an analog clock. This smallest thing could get me unnerved. So fascinating. I loved my clock in my bedroom because it made me think of a heartbeat and it helped me fall asleep. That's really fascinating how brains can be so vastly different. It's okay to call other people's experience that you're not yourself interesting. Yeah, I just don't. Oh, I just hope you know that I don't mean that in a clinical sense, but like curiosity wise, I really want to make sure that I'm not seeing it as some kind of research viable something. I mean, I guess it would be, but that's not how I intended it. Unable to read an analog clock. I remember in the 1980s when people were complaining about this because kids got digital watches and wore them to school. Oh, so this problem has been around for longer, so then it's not going to happen, surely. I even have an analog clock on my phone, on my like my first page. I prefer them. I have a watch. I wouldn't be able to sleep with a ticking clock in the room. Really, I have one right now. It's a little bit more subtle. It's smaller, but I love it. It doesn't always work, but on some nights when I'm able to hear it, because when I'm too if I have a bad episode, like a CPTSD episode, or too much pain, I just don't hear it even. But when it's not a too bad episode, focusing on the clock, not the time, but just the sound, and breathing within like 4 or 5 seconds helps me calm down and eventually fall asleep. Doesn't always work. It's so fascinating. Okay, good, Jorna. Every room in the house we have an analog circular clock. On my devices it's 24 hours digital. Yeah, I miss having clocks around me. Maybe that's also because I have a little bit of time blindness, which you may have noticed. I'm not always on time. So I kind of need it. I need reminders of what the time is. I don't know. You have CPTSD too, Jorna? I'm so sorry to hear that. But I get you. I feel you, even if I am a bit sad. How are you dealing with it? I would like to recommend a book to you that helped me better than 10 years of therapy did. If you would like to know which book that is. It really it taught me a lot more than any psychology, anything. So it's this one. I have a physical copy now as well. The disclaimer I do give with this book is if you do decide to read it and you are traumatized, even if it's not a complex PTSD, if you just have trauma, take your time. Don't push yourself. If you feel that you get overwhelmed, just take a break and let it settle. This was a really hard read for me. I cried a lot and it took me 3 months to get through it, which is a long time for me. I find click sticking very soothing personally. Yeah. It's, I don't know. And that is also true. Everyone's PTSD is different. Sadly, because it would be easier to solve if it wasn't. I haven't been able to reread it, I have to say. I listened to it at first. It was recommended on Audible, the CPTSD book. And I realized that I want to underline, but it is, to me, it was so informative that it just... I need to be a little bit more stable to be able to read it. Oh, I need to go get into Gabor as well. I listened to an interview with him last week, and I had no clue that I had so many books of Gabor mates on my TBR. I don't know for sure if I know the other ones. I'm going to copy your message real quick, and I'll check it out in the first print. Are we going to do something today? I am not feeling, great. I am on the verge, if not entering an endometriosis episode. Toulouse. Well, now you're both... Hello? Don't fight, please. No. I know. Minnie. He doesn't want to be friends, though. We know this. No, he doesn't. I'm so sorry. I am not feeling great. Like I'm in pain and I'm on painkiller, so I it's hard to think clearly. But I'm determined to get some reading done. Before that, though, I am going to read more about both Fred Hampton and the Rainbow Coalition. Was it right? I wanna read a little bit more outside of Wikipedia, which is also related to this. I am reading this book for the Hermit Road Trip. I am traveling the world through books, and this is the first one, and it's giving me a lot more guidelines than I was expecting. So I'm going to do my best. But just so you know, if you're having a hard time, which is nothing but normal given the current state of affairs in the world, just taking care of yourself is not only important, but vital at this moment in time. So if you have the option, if you don't have to work or school, try to think what you can do to ground yourself a little bit. Hi, Blue. Hi, Riku. How are you doing? Oh, and Carp. Hi. Hello. No, wait. Why you have the mic muffled because of the thing you mentioned about Twitch? Oh, no, this is for wind, for when I go out to record the walk with me, so you don't hear the wind too much. It's no, I meant this one. I have I was gifted two of these through Throne by Loop. And I've been using those for filming the YouTube videos, but because I can't adjust the sound, I can't use them. I tried them once for stream, and I'm still upset that no one said that I was breaking your ears. It was so loud. But this is for outside, and it's really effective. If you have trouble with your phone calls outside, I recommend making a muffler. I love it. It is cute. People look so weirdly at me, and it's been a wonderful exposure therapy because people really do look like they think I'm crazy, and that's fine. If you want to think I'm crazy, you probably am. Hi, Carp. How are you doing? You amazed that your Dutch cats understand English? Well, I speak in English and Dutch to them. They're bilingual. Oh, that makes me think of all the pets that have been left behind. I saw a video this morning of a kitty that had been left behind after, the frozen water had taken away its family, and it was adopted by a girl, and they didn't realize that the cat didn't understand her, and it took a few weeks for her to realize that it spoke Spanish, and you could see it come alive the moment she started giving like Spanish words of affection, like I love you and stuff. It was heartbreaking, but also animals speak languages. Isn't that funny? I love that. Yeah, the Rainbow Coalition Radio. I want to do some research about that because I didn't know. I didn't know about that. I didn't know about Fred Hampton. And he was mentioned just, in passing, really. But in the context it was given, I almost feel like Stephen King wants you to dig into it. That's how it came across. If not, I'm curious. I still want to know. So I will be reading about it. Yes, taking care of yourself is important. But especially now, Friend Steak pierced eardrums with pride. Wait, what? What? What do you mean, Jordan? 30 stream streak! Oh my god. Blue. Amazing. Amazing. That's actually... It's so impressive. I'm so scared. The numbers are just going to go up, and I'm going to... I don't know. I'm going to freak out. He was very expressive. My cat spoke at me a lot with his meows. I love chatty cats. They're adorable. They're adorable. So... real quick though, in about 4 minutes we're going into a sprint. We try to be productive here, which includes simply staying alive. If you have trouble taking care of your basic needs and thus have to prioritize that, that is also the place. This is also the place to do that, to be just, alive. But I'm going to be reading and doing some research. I would like it if you join me. I will be muting myself during this time. I'll turn on the timer so you can focus and you won't hear me if I have to chase my orange cat. But I want to real quick mention that the files, the way they were dropped and how people are now digging into them. I'm not saying that any of you are doing this, but also even if you are not going into the files, people are really not thinking too clearly about how they are informing other people. There's no trigger warnings usually. Images and videos start playing instantly. So I'm pretty sure that pretty much everyone who is online at the moment will be exposed to horrible things. And if it's too much, which is probably, well, that's fine. Which is almost certainly going to happen, because even if it's just a little amount, we are not trained for this content. We do not have the safety nets for this. Well, content. I'm saying content. It's not content for this freaking proof of abuse, the most horrible abuse, and we were not guided to deal with that. We do not have the professionals to catch us. So please, please, please do not dive into it, because it's psychological warfare. You can look into it. I forget the name, but there's a name for dumping a huge amount of traumatizing documents in court on the opposite team to overwhelm, so that you get psychologically, you either get obsessed and you completely burn out, or you disconnect because it's too much and you walk away. And neither of those are okay. We need to stay vigilant. We need to keep witnessing. We need to make sure that they don't get away with it, that it doesn't, because that's what it's starting to look like, and that's not okay either. But because we don't have these safeguards that the professionals who are supposed to be looking at this stuff do have, remember that that is the point. This is truly a practice in law, the way that the files are being dropped without any discretion for the consequences on the other end. That's the point. Before I continue, I really want to make that clear, that it's not even about desensitizing. It's truly about overwhelming, and it's something they use in court. If you have any questions, I'll try to answer them. Oh, Tiger's back. Oh, dear Lord. I'm going to put some food out for Tiger, because that's the third time in a really short time. But that won't take too long. So, regarding protection from the news. Yeah. No. Or if you are actually invested in this and you do want to see for yourself, do a little quick research on how professionals who work with these extreme images and videos and statements, how they are protected. Just a quick little research, so you can implement that yourself. Please. It's so important that you protect your own brain at the moment. I was already not doing well, and then I dove into that and saw things I wish I hadn't. Yeah. I've seen things that I'm not digging into the files themselves, but I'm keeping an eye on it. And I've also seen things that I wasn't prepared for because they weren't redacted properly. Or the person just, didn't give a trigger warning. But that is kind of the point. Safeguards are boundaries, which can be defined by responsibility and pragmatism. So if you're not responsible for looking at the data and not practically your role is to do something with it, just know it's okay to step back and let the professionals deal with it. Exactly. Yes. Although I do think it's important that the independent journalists are not giving up, because it really seems like it's going to be up to the independent civilians who do this because it's right and not because they're in the system themselves, unfortunately. Hi, Timu. All right, we're going into a sprint. Hello, humble God. I am so sorry. I am going to mute myself. Trying to limit exposure by sticking to summaries is okay. Yeah. You don't need to see these details. You don't need to. You can listen to people who have like YouTube channels, independent journalists who make it their job. Midas Touch is a good one. But I'm not sure if he also gives footage. It's okay. We're going to do a sprint, and then we'll have a break. We'll do a power hour, and at the end we'll have just a relaxed chat to close off. But I need to work. I'm so sorry. So I will be muting myself, and for the next 30 minutes, I invite you to do something productive, which includes keeping yourself alive. Full-time job, especially these days. But you could pick up a book. Maybe draw, make music. Art is the best way to resist at this time of our timeline, I guess. Be kind to yourself. Drink water. Let's get through this together. All right? I'll see you in 30 minutes. Last minute. Welcome back. All right. We are taking a 10-minute break and then we're going to do a power hour, the goal of which I will explain before we go into it. But first, we are having a little break. How are we doing? I'm amused for one, but also, see, Wikipedia is really dangerous for me. There's a lot of things I want to know. So I am currently reading, what is this? Actually, a Vulcan Historical Review, Volume 26, Article 6, written in 2022, called Redneck Revolutionaries, the Young Patriots and the Rainbow Coalition, written by Emily Ann Wilson from the University of Alabama at Birmingham. Why? Because it was a note, and I need to know now. This is going to give me a lot more detail than Wikipedia, and hopefully a little bit safer. So that's where I am. How are you? Rinky Dink is a great name, Wisdom. Hi, Savvy. How are you doing? Hello, boy. Do you mean me? I'm Grandma. I'm Grandma. How are you doing? I hope you're okay. And if not, that's okay too. Feather Spongs. Oh my gosh. I think I've reached my limit. Hi, Shriek. How are you doing today? How was work? My cousin on the table. What's his name? What? I hope you're not being naughty. Boy. I feel very rude if I just call you boy, but alas, here we are. Okay. So, have I learned a lot? No. Cats smell when you are about to do something that will need your attention. So it usually takes at least the first sprint for the cats to understand that I really do need to do something now. And the rest of the day, I completely mold around Toulouse. Okay. Yes, I told you that I will do that. Please do not eat your own hair. If I'm not streaming, I make sure that I sit in such a way that the cats can sit in my neck or on my lap or whatever, you know, so they feel included in what I do. But over here, that's not really an option. So they try to annoy me. I swear, even if I sit on a couch and I just want personal space for like 10 minutes. I pick up a book, cats. I don't know. It was great. I'm happy to hear, Shrek. And what are you gonna do today? You can't hear me? Oh God, Jorna, don't do me like that. I'm scared. Because we've had trouble with the audio as well last week, and I was just like, bye, and I just went because I couldn't deal. It's okay. It was me. It's always me. You go to court, Shrek. Are you okay? Seriously, are you okay? What's happening? My friends who told me on their day off, the birds are covering them got on sick at 4 a.m. What? At 4 a.m.? Yeah, I would too. What the hell is happening? Wait, did I miss messages? I don't think I did. I think I got everyone. If I missed your message, I'm so sorry. I'm trying. And sometimes I do read it, but my brain, man, I don't know. Someone tell me if I was out of order for saying this. Stop proving to the world that you can save the day, have a day off. Oh, I feel called out. I am like that.
If I was nice, I'd say, "Wow, you did great, Mike. Well done." What you're really doing is say you did need a day off, and you're also not letting the manager who is paid to work hard like a manager manage. Is this person sounds like they have issues with control, maybe? And that doesn't have to mean like issue is such um, a heavy word to use, but you know, oh, Shrek. Well, that sucks. That sucks. A lot of people are very good at that because taking accountability is something completely unheard of. Was it deleted from our dictionary or something? Accountability, because an awful lot of people seem to have trouble with that. Pointing fingers, that's what we've become very good at. Um, I mean, I don't know this person, Jorna, but I know that I didn't want to be at home. I was forced on a month-long vacation when I worked at a grocery store when I was a teenager, because they had not noticed that I hadn't been on a vacation for over a year because I didn't want to be home, because there was like domestic violence happening with my caregiver. So that's why I didn't go on a vacation. I'm not saying that is the reason that this is happening, but there could be an underlying issue that has nothing to do with the job itself. But yeah, you should let managers manage because they get a lot more money for that job than you do. Unless you're inheriting the business. Wait! I appreciate your directness, Jorda, because that is usually a lot more helpful, right? No, actually, it's really I am so baffled about people like in the real world, especially like going outside, people bumping into you and then getting angry at you. Like I was literally just standing here. What do you mean? What do you mean? I don't know. People are going mad. Really, actually, let's like I said yesterday, we have to gather and make each other flower crowns. All right, like with actual flowers. Go frolic in a field and make each other flower crowns. I swear this will heal your inner child, and everything will be fine. I hope. I know what happened, Wisdom. iPads happened, internet happened, screens happened. Not saying every parent does this, but I am absolutely horrified at the amount of kids that I see are completely neglected when it comes to connection. Like walking down the street and they're just looking at their phone. If I see that, I usually stick out my tongue to those kids to let them know that they exist, right? Because that's what I feel like happened. People just give children like a screen of some kind, and then because they want to be on their own phone. It seems to me. I don't know. I don't have kids, but this is what I've observed. But yeah, I feel like accountability was just completely deleted from our dictionary. No one knows the word anymore. I hate the way the police system works in America. Yeah, Shrek, me too, and I'm not even American. But yeah, the actually every system is apparently not good. It's not being the people that are in charge are not good. I should say that because the system could work. It's just that the people that are in control of it are a bit off their face. Uh, it's okay, Jordan. um, my friend is a habitual yes sayer, but that could be as well because I still have trouble saying no, right? Not with my child. I honestly, if you're a parent right now, I am so impressed. I really, even if I bitch about those that turn to iPads or phones to entertain their kids because they wanna scroll on their own devices. Aside from that, having a kid in this time of ever is it must be so brutal. It must be so. I cannot imagine my like the mother in me that I have naturally because I'm a woman. Not everyone has a maternal instinct, but I have a very strong maternal instinct, and I am going insane. And I have limited what I talked about real quick before we went to the first sprint. I have limited myself of all of social media, and I was already not a lot on social media, but with the files, I feel like I need to be informed and I need to understand where the public is, because I tell you, it is so much worse than what we now know. And I kind of need to know where we are, so I don't sound like an insane person if I try to talk to people who have read the files and I say something that they didn't know yet. I don't want to do that to them, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, I am limiting myself even from thinking about it if I'm not actively looking at stuff. Oh, I'm just not. I'm not, because I'm going insane. If you actually are a parent, oh my God, please find like a support group or something, because it can't be this. This is not good. The collective, everything is just. No police has even questioned me yet. Do you have a lawyer, Shrek? Dragging a small 3-year-old around the supermarket, I could tell the mom was tired, but so was her kiddo. Her tiny legs were worn out. Oh, I hate that. I hate that. Yeah, I love. You have to protecting from a little bit wisdom. Um, yeah, we were feeling tired, and the kiddo nodded and sobbed, and I said, "Yeah, walking is a lot of work. Her small legs, aren't they?" And the kid stopped crying, finally, just feeling hurt. And the mom finally sort of woke up and said, "Oh, yeah, in the pushchair. Sometimes we have to help each other." And no, sometimes this is true. This is true. You did that in a very kind and loving way, I have to say. I'm not sure I would be able to do that as subtle. I think I would throw a few dirty looks if I were to do that. But yeah, that is how you talk to children. Not everyone understands. Um, I'm not on social media. Facebook gone, Twitter in the trash, LinkedIn gone, TikTok no thanks, YouTube is turned off. Yeah, basically the same as I do. Really, it's not a court appointed one. Oh, okay, okay, good. At least you have some representation. Let them do the talking. Don't talk. Don't talk. They know what they're doing, generally, and don't give the opposition anything to work with. Right? You seem like a very good person, Jorna. I'm very glad to have you in this little community. Except the cats. Ignore it unless it is the. Oh. I mean, who can afford anything these days, Shrek? It's ridiculous. Money is stupid. We should abolish money because it doesn't. Let's not get into that. Um, I don't know. I don't know what is happening, Shrek, but um, believe that. I'm sorry. I'm having a stab in my uterus. Hold on. um, you have legal representation. And even though I'm not saying I trust the legal system completely. You'll have to trust it for a little bit, okay? You don't have to give details, but if you want to vent or something, you can always do that here, okay? All right, let's bound. Are you ready? I am going to go continue reading this article. If you want to know what I'm reading, it is this little bit. It's about the Rainbow Coalition, of which I am currently learning a lot, and it seems like we can learn a lot from these people that were trying to do what we're doing right now. And I feel like there's a lot of misunderstandings about the Black Panther Party in specific. I'm a bit upset about it, to be completely honest. So this is what I'll be focusing on. Breathe, drink water, be nice. Don't talk hate to yourself. You hear yourself well. Don't help the world. Make yourself miserable, right? Let's get to it. Shrek, you've got this, all right? Turn on money now because Shrek comes forward. Let's not start talking about money, because that's not no, not today. And I gotta go. All right. Good luck. I'll see you in an hour.
last moments. I just scared myself. I just scared myself. Okay, hello, welcome back. Okay. I have been reading something on, like an article. I'm not entirely sure what this is part of, but it is basically, where am I? I'm like halfway through, but I'm googling and I'm looking things up, and I'm devastated. Um, let me just show you what I was reading, and I would love it if you took the time to at least, uh, yeah, I know, Millie, and still, I know. Look, this is what I say when I say what I mean when I say, even if I see the mailman coming, if he presses the bell, I am going through the roof because my body is just stupid. Anyway, this is what I was reading, and I would love it if you took a moment to, in bits and pieces, because it's quite a lot, and the information that you're gonna be confronted with is probably going to be upsetting. I am very much upset. And I'm going to need a moment to process what I just read. So I can't really explain to you what is going on in my brain because it's too much, and I still have to go through some of the other links that I have opened, but it was too much to read in one go because, well, this isn't even that much, but it's just a lot of information. So basically, I'm trying to learn about the Rainbow Coalition because of the mention of Fred Hampton in Stephen King's 11/22/63, which I'm reading for the Hermit Road Trip, which is a project that I've started. Basically, I'm going to travel the world through books, and this is the first one. Fred Hampton was a how do you call it? Activist, a revolutionary activist, a revolutionary socialist and activist, and he was assassinated in his sleep. And I am falling in a rabbit hole that I wasn't completely prepared for, because the rabbit hole ends with this moment in time. It's really unsettling to see how the police and the government responded to what is happening right now back then. All the literature that has been out there, and I've said it before, but I did not know the depth of the truth of what I said. But people of color have been saying the things that we're saying now for a very long time. And I've added a few books on my TBR. I don't think I'm going to be able to read that on top of, because this is really getting out of hand. Why I'm doing that? It was just supposed to be a little sidebar for the video that is supposed to be about this book and about Maine and maybe Texas. But instead, the reason I don't know about this, and you probably also don't know about most of these people, is because their threats. And we can learn a lot about the Rainbow Coalition. I would ask you to read about the Rainbow Coalition on its own. I don't recommend going into the lives of all these people like I'm doing right now, because it's a lot. It's really a lot. But it seems like if we are looking for a way to organize, or at least make sense of what is going on right now, maybe we should look at the history of the Black Panther Party and the Rainbow Coalition. Um,
So I think I am coming back down. I know I was in chat, but honestly, I was drowning in my thoughts for a second. But I'm settling back in. Hello, Kay. How are you doing today? And hi, Storm. How are you doing? I did not know that was your username over on other socials, but good to know. Thank you. And also, welcome, Maddie, Florenza, and Ameo. Welcome. Thank you for the follows. I hope you are having a decent day. If not, that is okay too. As long as you just get through it. That's all I want and need of you. Get through the day. I'm not with. I'm really not. I don't know. I don't know. Whew. Okay. I really didn't. I know that Wikipedia is really dangerous for me because I want to know everything. So I usually end up 700 subjects removed from where I started. But this is really. I posted the link to a podcast in the general channel on Discord. What was the name again? I don't think I finished it completely. I think I have 2 episodes left. Empire City, the untold origin story of the NYPD. And that is also a very illuminating podcast. It tells you about the history of the police and how and why it was set up the way it is now, which was done back in, well, let's just say 100 years ago. Very interesting, but rather confronting. It's not what they say they are. You can't deal with the doorbell either, really? Oh, good. I'm not alone. I feel so stupid. I feel so stupid. Like, I wave at the mailman, and then he still presses the bell for some reason. I think it's just automatic. And I don't know. It's really silly. But anyway. Oh, no! Was upset when similar to me having an original thought. Both turned out to be gas. I love that. I disconnected my doorbell and I'm thinking of implementing a medieval hot oil pouring mechanism to rid my doorway of unwanted callers. This might actually be a good idea, Wisdom. Yeah, that's the thing about rabbit holes. They lead to dark tunnels that are all connected. Yeah, they sure do. And lately, I am not even sure that any conspiracy theory was a theory. If you know what I mean. I'm starting to doubt everything. Ah. Yeah. So I've had this autobiography of Malcolm X for a really long time already, but I think I'm going to put this in this month anyway. I'm really struggling with books this month and last month as well. It's I'm having a really hard time focusing. Um, Starting Julia, the counter perspective of Orwell's 1984, but also very poor decision. It's horrible. It's horrible. I'm like, okay, let me read and go away from this world for a little bit. But I have this book from the library that I need to finish, and it's a dystopian. Oh wait, is it a dystopian, or is this what we are living right now? I don't know anymore. A lot of conspiracy theories are still BS. Yeah, luckily, because oh man. Honey badger holes? Okay, I don't know. Have you ever been in one? I haven't. The term conspiracy theory was quite literally invented by the CIA to muddy the waters of the JFK investigation. Yeah, and you know what? I've been coming across the word naive a lot again, and that word has always bothered me because I was called naive as a kid. And it's only in recent months that I am starting to understand that this is a term used to shame people who dare call out the injustices and the irrationality of the violence that we live in. You call me naive because you're doing something wrong, and I am telling you and showing you that it's possible to choose love, but you don't want to, so you call me naive. And that is what is happening now with a huge chunk of society when we who believe in peace and love say, stop it, it's enough. It's enough now. We're done with killing innocent people. It's over. It's really enough. And conspiracy theory falls in the same bracket, I feel like. But the word naive has always felt like an attack, and not something to get me down, to ground me. It feels like a word invented to shame people who dare believe in a better world. And it's come up with people who are speaking up against violence at the moment. It's really disturbing. I would rather be naive than accept the world that we live in. I don't know. Yeah, Emily, yeah. And with AI, it's even more messed up right now. Oh wait, Rainbow. I wanted to go see what you look like. Can I see what you look like? If it wants to load. Let me go here. It doesn't want to load. I'm not allowed to look. Welcome in. Apparently the term conspiracy theory dates back to at least 1863. But I guess it was mutated to mean something different. The human condition, wisdom says conspiracies are timeless because the human condition. A conspiracy theory is just alternative nomenclature for an investigation. Interesting. Because that is really what you're doing, yeah. And I guess those who are afraid of the information that might be dug up shame those people because, oh no, dirty secrets. Words can be used. Yeah, you're right, Millie. Or not useful in this, nothing wrong with the word itself. Yeah, but I've always felt with the word naive specifically. When people call me naive, I always felt like, yeah, but why are you saying that when it is possible? You just don't want to put in the effort to make the world a better place, or it's uncomfortable to confront yourself with your biases and your racism and your misogyny. Because it's comfortable for you the way you're living now. Because it was always told to me in regards to subjects like this, like revolution is not the word that was relevant back then, but would be now. And equality and no war. What do you mean? It's naive to think it's possible to have no war. It sure is possible. It is. It's just not happening. You know what I mean? Words are sorcery. There's a reason that a pen is mightier than the sword. Yes. Information and knowledge. Right, wisdom? Because that's what you're doing if you're a conspiracy theorist. You're sleuthing, you're researching. but you're just shamed for it because oh, my brain is gonna explode. I'm so sorry. Okay. Um, I haven't gotten around the 10 freaking points yet. So we're gonna go through this together, right? I am looking at the 10-point program by the Black Panther Party. Um, the 10-point program, or the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense 10-point platform and program, is a party platform written by Huey P. Newton. Also something I tried to dig into, but my head, I swear. Also murdered, by the way, and Bobby Seale in 1966 for the Black Panther Party. So it's right, the guideline, right? The 10-point program compromised, I have not read this yet, okay? Compromised two sections. The first, titled What We Want Now, described what the Black Panther Party wants from the leaders of American society. The second section, titled What We Believe, outlines the philosophical views of the party and the rights that African Americans should have, but are denied. It is structured similarly to the United States Bill of Rights of the U.S. Constitution. The belief part expands on the first section. Okay, apparently there were several versions of it published, but let's go, right? 1. We want freedom. We want power to determine the destiny of our black and oppressed. Listen, and oppressed. They never excluded anyone, all right? And oppressed communities. We believe that black and oppressed people will not be free until we are able to determine our destinies in our own communities ourselves by fully controlling all the institutions which exist in our communities. 2. We want full employment for our people. We believe that the federal government is responsible and obligated to give every person employment or a guaranteed income. We believe that if the American businessman will not give full employment, then the technology and means of production should be taken from the businessman and placed in the community so that the people of the community can organize and employ all of its people and give a high standard of living. 3. We want an end to the robbery of the capitalists of our black and oppressed communities. We believe that this racist government has robbed us, and now we are demanding that the overdue debt of 40 acres and 2 mules. 40 acres and 2 mules were compromised 100 years ago as restitution for slave labor and mass murder of black people. We will accept the payment in currency which will be distributed to our many communities. The Germans murdered 6 million Jews. The American racist has taken part in slaughter of over 50 million black people. Therefore, we feel this is a modest demand that we make. Jesus Lord. 4. We want decent housing, fit for the shelter of human beings. We believe that if the landlords will not give decent housing of our black and oppressed again communities, then the housing and the land should be made into cooperatives so that the people in our communities, with government aid, can build and make decent housing for the people. 5. We want education for our people that exposes the true nature of this decadent American society. We want education that teaches us our true history and our role in the present-day society. We believe in an educational system that will give to our people a knowledge of self. If you do not have knowledge of yourself and your position in the society and the world, then you will have little chance to know anything else. 6. We want all black men to be exempt from military service. We believe that black people should not be forced to fight in the military service to defend a racist government that does not protect us. That brings me to something about, where is it? From the Freedom Archives, I just learned the story of Manuel Ramos. Did you know that right before Puerto Rico, no, right before the Vietnam War, Puerto Rico, I don't know how to pronounce that, was made American. But Puerto Ricans were not allowed to vote, had not voted on the war before that because they were not part of America yet. So they were not allowed to vote, had not voted for the war, but they were forced to fight the war. Did you know that? The, Hi, Jared. Exactly, Lesbound. It's what the hell? What is upsetting me is that the Black Panther Party has been demonized. Where is it? Where's the freaking list? Oh Lord, where did I leave it? Come back! Here it is. And the point six, exempt from military service, makes even more sense if you understand how the police was set up, why it was set up. I'll give you a hint. We had watch people that kept an eye on cities and towns. The police, and specifically the NYPD, when it comes to the podcast I'm talking about, was set up to hunt down and bring back escaped slaves. Let that sink in. That is what the police was organized for. Escaped slaves. It's worth looking into. The alternate point for 6, the military thing, I am reading, if you don't know what I'm reading a 10-point program of the Black Panther Party. The alternate point of 6 would have been, we want completely free healthcare for all Black and oppressed people. We believe that the government must provide free of charge for the people health facilities which will not only treat our illnesses, most of which have come about as a result of our oppression, but which also develop preventative medical programs to guarantee our future survival. We believe that mass health education and research programs must be developed to give all Black and oppressed people access to advanced scientific and medical information so we may provide ourselves with proper medical attention and care. 7. We want an immediate end to the police brutality and murder of Black in the United States. Eight, we want freedom for all Black men held in federal, state, county, and city prisons and jails because Black people, because they have not received a fair and impartial trial. Alternate, point 8, we want an immediate end to all wars of aggression. I'm not going to read that one out loud. Look this list up. 9, we want freedom for all Black and poor oppressed people now held in the US federal, state, county, city, and military prisons and jails. We want trials by a jury of peers for all persons charged with so-called crimes under the laws of this country. 10, we want land, bread, housing, education, clothing, justice, peace, and people's community control of modern technology. And the leader, pretty much all leaders, all the prominent figures that had anything to do with the Black Panther Party or the Rainbow Coalition were assassinated or murdered. And this is what they asked. Ramos. Like the setting up of people, the lying, the cover-ups, it's identical to what is happening right now. It is. I need to process this. I need to process this because this is mad. It's madness. Be careful out there, Millie. fire and what? Wait, what is happening, Forrest? The Black Panthers were infiltrated like most grassroots organizations, and their body what politics changed, and only after were they demonized. They robbed what? Hey, stop. How are you doing? And hi, Jared. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. And I'm seeing if I missed something. I think I got everything. Think of Brady. Think of Brady. That is what they did to Ramos. Manuel Ramos. In 69. Okay. No, I need to process some things. I am not going to be worth anything here. I am going to leave you with this. I don't know everything about any of this, what I've been talking about, but it has come to my attention that there is a gross misconception about the Black Panther party, because they still exist, right? So what they did was feed the poor. Literally, like they fed people. They wanted people to be fed. And the Rainbow Coalition back in the 60s proved that the division between race is so artificial that you should be barfing it all up. Your body should reject that crap immediately, because they work together. Like, actually, the Rainbow Coalition is literally about that, about the pulling together of all these separate fractions of people that were all oppressed. That's what they did. And Fred Hampton was such an important person. Oh, that could be Jared. I have no clue. Because I am Dutch and I don't know anything about this, but I feel like I was robbed of vital information. Okay. Okay. I posted the link of an article that I was reading in the general channel on Discord. I also posted a link to a very interesting podcast. If you have curiosity regarding how the police started, in particular in New York, have a listen. I thought it was very educational, informative, but you might get a little bit upset because it's not going to be a lovely story about peace and safety. It's really not. I need to go, though, because I'm a bit nauseous. And I want to sit with myself for a second. I need to give this a place in my brain. Music-proof racism was nothing more than pockets of isolated ignorance a long time ago. This is why the controllers also need to control the music industry. Club 27 is another interesting little rabbit hole. I've heard about that, but I don't know why. Wisdom, please, no, don't give me more, because for some reason I also ended up with the Romanovs. What do you mean? What do you mean, Romanovs? So I need to go. I'm so sorry. I really wanted to talk a little bit more, but I really wasn't expecting to be confronted with so much death. Death of of peace. So I'm going to do that. Please take care of your own mental health. If you are looking into the files, I said it in the beginning, I'm going to say it again. The people who do that for a living, the people who catch predators are trained and have teams to support their mental health. It is contained. If you are looking through the files yourself, try to look up a guideline how professionals deal with it, and do not allow yourself to get overwhelmed by the information nor disconnected, because that is what psychological warfare is about, and that's basically what is happening with the files. I will be reading tomorrow. I don't know what yet. But tomorrow is Tuesday. On Tuesday, I usually read. I invite you to join me with a book. But if you have the time and space and energy and willpower, all you need to do is show up for yourself, mostly. And it would be lovely if you joined us as well. But I am going to think a little bit, right? Thank you so much for being here. Let's take a sip of water. Willpower, coffee, choices. Exactly, okay. I love you. You are important. You have the choice to not be angry and violent outwardly. If you feel that, yes, natural. But you have the option to not act on it and choose to do something with love instead. Okay? Look at the schedule, see what it means when I say I'll be back tomorrow. And I hope to see you very soon.